hello, howdy. How are you doing? Today, how you doing? Hiya. I'm back. Not with one life flex today because I don't want her to die. Today I'll be a bit more chill and I'll do a takedown climb with Harlowe, starting off with Chroma Accelerator, I think. Well, I've got two. I've got Chroma Accelerator and I've got Heavy Trooper. I'm thinking I do Chroma. Hey Ashen, how you doing? Hello. Hey awesome man. Let's go. To Harlowe, nice. That head spins and spins and spins. And it doesn't stop. Or wobbles. Doesn't stop wobbling.
You got. I can smell your fear from predictable as all hell. I've been here.
Hi kitty, good to see you. Hi. Try and chill, but big week at work next week. Ah, good luck. I'm good. Yeah, I mean, my workplace is exhausting. But hey, it's summer. Soon, it won't be summer. I can't wait.
General distress call. Hadron Abyss Research Station compromised. It is loose. The child is loose.
Well, now I have to know what the child is.
No, I never did demon on this character. Oh. No, not today. Today we kill a child. You have to train some people to use an app that we're integrating. You're the user delivery, you're a dev, right? I'm not, but I kind of understand how it works. But not on a technical level that you do.
Dr. Audrey Thorne, and look, I don't know.
Holiday.
Now.
Nuh-uh, not until
Thought I was in code? No. I've dabbled, but I never got on with programming. 77 months? Holy shit, 77. On a 76 streak. Viper, thank you very much for the tier 2. Much appreciated. You were tempted to wait another 5 minutes to type this because it would have been 7 to 7 as well. However, alas, I'm impatient. Hope I'm not dying. Well, thank you for the tier 2. In terms of the not dying part, my feet feel like they are. Using Stormlands, is there a good class mod or skill to look out for? It might be more of a Girthquake question. I mean, what's it face? Raging Inferno. A Furnace class mod with Raging Inferno points. It's probably always going to be good. Frames!
Is any fight with me really fair? Nothing left faster than yours.
Do you like weird freaks like that? Because you're going to see much more of that if you keep going. That room is flooded. Oh well, guess you'll have to turn around and go home.
Oh yeah, you can also use some of like the Ordnance class mods as well. Like Icebringer. Kind of just depends on element you want, really. And down the frame drop. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Another timekeeper left. Another waste of good metal.
The amount of centripetals. Very annoying.
Here we go.
Apple time. Hey, Sugar, how you doing? Thank you for the 30 bits. Much appreciated.
As much as I
Is this Lucian's flank? This is Lucian's flank.
amphibious units will dissuade you from continuing.
Am I using the right enhancement right now? I am. So I've got Wombo, I've got Lucian's flank, but when it becomes a bit more necessary, I have Aegon's Dream. And I don't think I got a Buri. I did not get a Buri. Got a Buzzy Muzz, but I think Aegon's Dream? Well, I mean, that's got... Technically speaking, the Buzziness is better. It has 0.1 more firing. It's got a lot less damage, like, but that doesn't matter. That's centripetal. It's always too damn high, yeah. Aegon's Dream is good? No. But it is an extra barrel assault rifle that can roll Torque Jacobs, which makes it a good platform for mobbing with neutron capture. With Airburst.
Another hunk of metal to melt.
That's satisfying.
It's tangled. Predictable as
That was satisfying. Nice one, Bone Reaper. What mayhem we on? UVH7.
Aw, he's cute.
We are on the story run.
Metal doesn't get much denser than that. This calls for disorderly conduct. Sense. Be waterproof, not bulletproof. Firing rat cannon!
What weapon do I recommend for Green Tree Harlowe?
Good thing threshers aren't cute with
Like,
me, huh?
basically
So
anything.
bad.
If you want something that's easy to
Somebody
farm,
accidentally open all those cages and let these beasties out?
No, not accidentally.
okay, so try getting a Heimdall.
I'm not leaving until I
That's not too bad to farm. That's a heavy weapon. That's very good. For primary weapon, just like a Jacob Stray. You'll see like Daedalus Shotgun get recommended a lot on Stray, but it's not needed. You're Harlowe. You can sustain the sniper ammo.
keep relaxing.
So if you can get a Stray with just a Jacob's Ricochet, that's really nice.
Cages aren't meant to
It won't be nearly as bad as a farm. If you can do the takedown, a Shoals is a good budget version of the Shalashashka.
You got
But Harlow's really good in that she's very weapon versatile. You don't need specific roles and guns. As long as the gun itself is alright, like, she can use it.
That's a lot of bullets. I told you it was unstable. Gravity's on my side.
Now if you want neutron capture, well they did specify Green Tree Harlowe, so it's a good thing. Green Tree Harlowe was specified.
I'd probably give them a favor.
Another Wrath will work against Blame Reaper, very effectively.
You certainly
If you can use some like AoE damage for the opening phase to kill the crystals, like some like waterfalls, that can help. Is that Aegon's? No, this is Wombo. We can use Aegon's here.
Aw, I'm gonna have to kill you, aren't I, buddy?
We have had a mutual enemy in the Timekeeper. He intended this station for experimentation and gene splicing. Functionally, animal torture. This
That's gonna be a lot of hits.
enthusiasm.
And you decided to give the creatures a chance.
Let's get energized.
Didn't mean to do that.
Sick of these seafood bitches. Can't dodge that.
What the?
The skeleton of Terramorphous. The Timekeeper had it transported here from Pandora. A very short man in a red shirt sold it to us for considerably less than it was worth. Said he didn't care because money wasn't useful for anything on Pandora.
Oh, I mapped that out. Perfect. Calculation correct. I told you it was unstable. That's what you get for walking the fire. Talk about firepower. You've been calculating your odds, man.
Mystery solved. Leave now. Ugh, that would defeat the entire point.
0 point runs.
And I am
Not planned today. I've already done a little bit of 0 point in the takedown.
The vault won't let me do it to myself, so the child will do it for me.
Well, I would, but you're in danger. So, coming to get you. I
I
don't
think I need a better
What's
Cormano
the-
for that.
Do what?
Cormano mentioned, by the way. There.
You do not deserve to suffer my punishment. This is your last chance to leave. The child is in the core.
You need a better Bleach Reaver for that.
Kill.
Let's put that to the test.
God damn it. Good luck, I suppose.
That's for lab safety, but A for survival skills. Firing the accelerator. Losing the cannon. That's for lab safety, but A for survival.
Oh boy, time to meet the cutie.
New Mayhem 20, 0 point without plasma foil or Jurgen. So that's likely optimal. To not use either of those class mods. Because if you're going to do a dot build, you're going to use a scientist. And if you're going to do a strange tractor gun build, you're going to use a radiologist. Kill Spring and Heavy Rate Solid, it's not what I would use. I would use a more spammable rep kit because Crucible's got really good synergy with now with caffeine, so you want a more spammable rep kit, like a triple bypass. As for the heavyweight shield, the main primary effect, the bonus damage, does not apply to the hammers, only the sub one. I would use a What's for Dinner for extra procs of Fist of Stone. Is Radiologist the best con for the field? Under a perfect roll, yes. If you're farming through RNG, get a Trooper with as many points into Meltdown as you can get.
Time for a science lesson. With me, we'll always be bunches. Not so impossible to kill after all, huh?
I did not expect that. Not often wrong.
That's what the scientific method's for, right? Test the hypothesis, get it wrong, test again.
Perhaps.
Why high cal 3? Hit target twice. Bullet hit target, damage. Bullet goes through target, hits ground behind target, splash hits them again.
Intention of killing me. I am bereft of a plan.
Studies have shown that the quickest way to improve your mood is to do generous things for others.
That's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Not actually doing 100% more on hammer throws? No. That bonus only applies to punching.
If you got the crits, Sid's got the meds.
Would only the big rocket hit Terra twice, though? Well, it's a good thing the big rocket is the majority of our damage. No, I've never played with a dot build personally, so like the in-depth stuff I won't be able to provide GIMP, I'm afraid. Ooh. God, I wish enemies were more aggressive in this takedown.
Going for the all-time murder record.
Playing hide and seek so much fun.
You're gonna take a lot of bullets, aren't you?
Bottom stat you'd want for Trooper: action skill damage, gun damage, fire rate, any of those. Lucian's flank, yes. Red green, yes.
Oh, he's cute. Exactly as I planned it.
Are fish vulnerable to any element? No, they're neutral, unfortunately.
They're dead to me. Everyone else.
Why flank instead of lockjaw? Flank right now just because I can, and it's fun. And it's the easiest good Harlowe gun to farm. As we get into the higher mayhems, I'll probably be swapping to some better weapons, like Aegon or Buri. Lockjaw is quite low fire rate, so it doesn't synergize well with neutron capture, though I do wonder how the constant ricochets would interact with neutron capture at all. Like, how would that fare? How they introduced the fancy new health bar was really like jank at first for me, because the first time you see the overshield health bar was Subjugator, but not necessarily from Subjugator himself. If you look at one of the skulls first, and the skulls have got modifiers with elements that they're weak to. So when I first looked at one of the new health bars, it said weak to cryo. It's like, okay. New health bar, weak to cryo. Thanks for telling me. But no, that's not how that works.
One big scrap pile. Tangle with this. They're dead to me. Everyone else. That's what you get.
The Wonderlands one looked a little bit different. What shield? Super soldier? Super soldier, yeah. Vagabond siphon. I can't wait till level 70 on this build, because then I'll be able to get a runaway reaction, which will be really nice quality of life. I'm about to go farm some gear for this. I like to think save editing is a queue jumper at Legoland. Somebody else has done the farm, I'm just picking it up. What's runaway reaction do? It's just dots equals entangle. It's far more consistent than critical funding. Because it's like guarantee and not a chance. And so it just means that I'll basically never be without action skill. So sometimes right now, if you pay attention, that I'll do a burst of killing with neutron capture, but I won't actually entangle an enemy enough to get confirmative reality off of them. This should fix that. So I'll be able to much more consistently ensure I always have my action skill available, because right now I'm having to sometimes shoot an enemy just to get my action skill back with the weak version of my gun. And this should hopefully skip that. And it's good skills along the way between decoherence, feedback loop, and latent charge. Like, this is just the natural evolution of the build once we get 10 more skill points. Steven, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Centripetal, please go away. Demon Core? Yeah, definitely Demon Core. Well, I need to capture more than group study. I do not, because group study allows me to use a wider variety of guns. But there is a satisfaction to Neutron. And if you like using Vladoff guns, then Neutron Catcher is lovely. Ever finding yourself doing a Vladoff Allegiance Harlowe? What's the strongest build in the game right now? Trainer Cash. And it's kind of not even close.
Predictable as all hell.
Any reason I'm using a Lucian's over the DLC Vladoff gun, the laser cutter. So the Lucian's guarantees it rolls with Jacobs and it fires a damn sight faster than the laser cutter. The laser cutter is probably the worst Vladoff assault rifle one could possibly use on this build. So much so I would rather use a green over the laser cutter for this build, because this build wants fire rate and the laser cutter has none of that. Great weapon, not for this. He meant the brick house. I don't think they did, but the brick house is a similar story. The brick house has got a very low fire rate for Vladoff SMGs. Purples would be better. What happened to Gloam? Nothing happened to Gloam. Gloam is the second strongest build in the game. Though, to be fair, Heimdall, Harlowe, and Amon could probably beat Gloam through a takedown. So that one's a bit closer. Gloam's very strong. It's just that Trainer is ridiculous. Hard Dark has to be good on Neutron? Does it? I'm not sure how, because it's like multi-hit, right? It's usually not very good. Can get ammo switch 22. Cool. Mine's only 19. I should get a better stray. Brickhouse with BC. In general use, Brickhouse is fucking amazing. One of the easily A-tier weapon, pushing S, but it's just not super synergistic with neutron capture. I'd rather use this over a Brickhouse for neutron capture. Gloam was the king of the running race. No one was faster until they allowed the trainer to drive a car. Brickhouses for chucking. Yeah, after you save edited it. Good luck getting that drop. 30k Marshall's Claw. I knew it went to 30. That is a very high damage Marshall's Claw. Oh, hey! Trash. Where's good? Yeah. Oh, Jacob's there. It's decent with a new class mod. It's like usable. Though the new class mod itself is pretty niche. It's like dot bossing. Mobbing, you still want to be using Scientist. And then to make the action skill actually do damage, then it's Plasma File. It's still the weakest of Harlowe builds, but it's now a build. Lockjaw. Jacob's Dark Beast. Why do I have good stuff in here? A lot of Vladov snipers. That one's got Jacobs. What does Trainer do? What doesn't Trainer do? Fucking makes you bread in the breakfast in the morning. Does your taxes. Gives you 240% amp damage, skill damage conversion, a global bonus element, and instant action skill cooldowns. The bosses in the Takedown don't drop shinies. That tracks. I'd believe it if that was the case. Can I trade the amp damage for breakfast in bed every morning? Peekaboo.
I think a little chaos is in order. This calls for disorderly conduct. I think a little chaos is in order. Big bump move. Time to die. I think a little chaos is in order.
After all, Nuclear Winter and Neutron Catcher are still the undisputed kings for Harlowe. I mean, are they really the king of anything when they're like the only ones? So it's not like Harlow's got many builds. So to be the king of Harlowe builds, it's not really a...
This calls for disorderly conduct.
Neutron Capture second place in a two-player game. So, hey, 0 points on the podium now! Congratulations! There are 3 runners. The class mod is a Meltdown class mod. If you want a budget version that's easier to farm, get a Trooper. And of all the Harlowe trees, which do I find the most fun? Interactivity, it's going to be Neutron Capture, but for general play, I prefer Grip Study. I can never, ever say 0 point, because even though 0 point can potentially have a lot going on with it, it's just way too jank and awful to use. The fact 0.2 inches of reach can't target terror. It can't target a lot of things. It's so bad.
Oh look, soon to be threatened. That's what you get for walking into firing range.
Oh, he's cute.
Who wants some cold music? Another waste of good metal. Metal doesn't get much denser than that. That's one big scrap pile. I think a little chaos. Sorry, environment.
Herald. Why is it always a herald? Constable says hello. I get a lot more heralds than constables. Way more. It's always a bloody herald. You know, this would be a really good farm, actually, because we can kill 2 in 1 neutron capture duration quite easily. This build really loves enemy density. Still haven't seen a single Juliet Sparkle.
Chaos is in order.
See a few of them. Screwstonian is probably my rarest world drop with Pearl.
I still use his leg, but can't take the pull. You started it for the rest. I think a little chaos is in order. Nothing lasts faster than bullets. Got bullets to spare.
Hey, Bites, how you doing? Thank you for the 7 months. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Here's to another month. Cheers. It's not an F-tier weapon by any means. You're right, it's not an F-tier weapon. It's just an F-tier Pearl.
Is that radiation gonna mess up the planet? Keep them mindless so they don't mind dying.
Go me. Constable. Oh, Abyss. I don't get many of them.
Got bullets to spare.
Hey, all about you doing a sleight of hand cash gun build, and I was wondering what you suggest the weapons be like bossing or mobbing. Using lockjaw for mobbing, hot stuff for bossing right now, but I want something not one mag. Don't you take anti up? So you're kind of locked into one mag unless you take, unless you do COV mags. At which point the world is your oyster. If you've got a COV mag, you can use anything you want that can roll it. The swan song that you can get from these chests are very nice if you get a COV mag on one of these. Of which I didn't get one. Gloam Cash struggling a bit for clear consistency and true VH7 Ray Boss. Any tips? It's probably just requiring a few cycles. So it's just about, if you don't have the upfront damage to melt him, either get a higher fire rate convergence, or you just get good at the rotation. So shoot for Windfall. As soon as Windfall drops off, go for a slide. Back to shooting. Once Gloam falls off again, you'll be able to keep shooting, because now Windfall will be able to be triggered. And then that'll trigger Gloam. When Gloam falls off, Windfall's still active, so you can't reactivate it. Go for a slide. So it's all about just shoot to proc Windfall, Gloam will trigger, and then once it falls off, just do a quick slide. kind of like the main thing. He's just keeping the rotation going. But, you know, the guy's got 2.5 billion health. He'll take a sec. Yeah, if you're using anti-up and you don't want to use guns with 1 mag, then you're gonna need to look out for COV magazines. Is this build posted anywhere? Not by me, but I can't imagine there's many ways to build a neutron capture Harlowe. So like any neutron capture Harlowe build is probably something that looks like this. Like red tree solved. Like this is how you do red tree. You can put a point in dirty bomb if you want, but otherwise that's just how you do red tree. Yes, this build is in my raid boss run. And then this is my green tree. These enhancements are pretty good. That's a really nice Bestian. You shoot once, reload. Why Deco over Meltdown? I can go full Meltdown. I think I chose Deco initially just for consistency. Especially versus armor, but it doesn't matter. They're both just like good bonus element, so like the difference is negligible. I can go full Meltdown, me at work. Somebody did go full Meltdown at work today. Not sure if we'll see him again. Yeah, it's less about Windfall that you'd be playing around, Chubby, and more Gloam itself, because Windfall, you've got Can't Stop Winning on a Gloam build, so all you gotta do is shoot something to activate Windfall, and whenever Windfall's not active, it'll activate again very quickly. So Windfall's kind of free, it's more about keeping Gloam active. Between Windfall procs and Dusty Trail, just to activate it. And then, yeah, just making sure you've got a good bullet spammy weapon like Convergence, Root, or Gold Bod.
Good call on the restock.
What are some good bossing weapons for what build? Amp Spread Launcher. Yeah. Just in general? Well, it's hard to suggest something because, like, some builds want different guns, and some builds are good with some guns, but not others. But, like, Convergence, Atlas Jacobs Root, Beam Tosser Spread Launchers, Torgbod. Drop near. Wombo. Wombo I wouldn't recommend for a bossing weapon, outside of like Gloam and Neutron Capture. Its card DPS isn't actually that high.
Who builds a robot?
Like if something isn't one of those builds and can boss with a Wombo, the build is strong enough to boss with most things.
Fiery crab! Push in the butt!
Is not a good Rochgrath.
This'll feel funny!
I was not able to get a good Neutron Capture.
This calls for Thesaurus and Casa! Aw, he's cute. That's what you get for walking in firing range.
What? Cheating. Oh, Chubby, for Glow, make sure your gun's elemental as well. I imagine you already have. Corrosive, Jacobs, Fire Jacobs. Ah, nice.
Bolt sack on the move.
SMG swap is technically better, but, like, that's a rough farm.
You could have been programmed to sing, and you don't even know it.
And actually, I'm not even convinced it is better thinking about it. I'm pretty sure,
I think
especially since you can get a fire rate 4 grip, shotgun ammo is better for projectiles.
hazardous material coming through.
But you'll run through ammo very quickly, of course.
Don't love killing, but I do love living. Nothing flies faster than bullets.
It goes to, yeah, which is 2/3 of the projectiles. Which is less. And I don't think the fire rate is enough to compensate. Is it 200%? I don't remember it being that high. Yeah. I saw the maths get done on this recently in Soup Kitchen. And laser pellet. With fire rate foregrip instead of ammo switcher. That's, yeah, very close. So it's not an overly important part given the RNG behind it. Because you got to get Daedalus ammo switcher, then you got to get SMG, then you got to get it to be the right element. And then Jacobs as well on top of that if you want in Jacobs. Which isn't as needed for bossing. Most bosses, at least. Hey Catman, how you doing? Hello, hello. Yeah, for mobbing, absolutely, that ammo drain is a killer.
Oh look, soon to be scrap metal. I fill you with lead, but can't waste the bullet.
But at that point, I wonder if it's easier to farm an elemental Torg bod with SMG versus an elemental SMG swap Convergence. That's more of a bossing thing, is bod, I suppose. No Jacobs. Yeah, Broken Wings is nice. Is High Cal 3s for Wombo? Yeah, also just lineups, right? This content has got a lot of enemies. So if there's an enemy behind the enemy that I'm shooting, which happens quite a bit in this content, then I just hit them both. Using High Cal 3 as Sir Randy intended. Yeah, trying to get a Daedalus part swap on a gun that doesn't naturally roll Daedalus is horrific.
Is any fight between really fair?
Looking forward to Desi style Borderlands 1. Not happening. I'd aim for the Valley against her versus anywhere else, so I can hit them twice with one bow. The explosions will... Well, the rockets hit him, go through him because high cal 3 hits the ground below him, and it's a second time. Where are the swan songs?
Load him up and let him fly.
Penguin, there is a rumor that Bungie is in talks with 2K to remake Borderlands 1 as a Destiny-style game, which is the most ridiculous fucking spin-the-wheel bullshit. Because why would Sony be doing that with 2K to remake a 17-year-old game to do the same thing that they've been doing with their main game for the last 12 years? Like, where's the money in that? Not to mention that they just laid off, like, the majority of Bungie as well, so, like, there's no fucking Bungie left to remake this game. Miss when Ruber's had substance now just engagement farming. You know that South Park episode where they're taking, like, making fun of the Family Guy writers and just saying it's like a bunch of manatees just picking balls out of a pit? That's what that is. Matt, thank you so much for the 68 months! Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. And in case that rumor didn't land, there was also the baby rumor of a BL2 remake as a PlayStation 6 launch title.
Oh, I mapped that out perfectly.
Because apparently Borderlands is developed by fucking Sony now or something.
Oh, he's cute.
Come on, can we get over BL2? No, we have clicks to farm, Viper! You don't understand! It's been the BL2 remake, Naughty Dog. No, they still gotta make their space game that they, like, advertised a million years ago and everyone's forgotten the name of. Negative atmosphere, was that it? Who knows? You could say anything and could probably be right. Nobody would fact check you. Nice in game 6 years before launch, don't you love it? My goat Bethesda would never do that. You know, it's been longer since the Elder Scrolls 6 preview from now than the Elder Scrolls 6 preview from when Skyrim launched. I find that funny.
Predictable as all hell.
It's from out of trust. That game came out and was like actually good. This is a really awkward room for me right now. The enemies are just perfectly spaced apart that I'm like barely getting any kills per accelerator. Like, stop wasting my time! Why are we all, like, in different rooms? Only one enemy, that's not a very good one. It's fine, this one will be better. Follow that up with the crack claw. Nice.
You keep talking to me.
Way overkill. We'll go for Survivor. I think I'd make Riddle you this best defense instead, I think. Is that what I should be doing? I don't actually know. I mean, I'll go sharpshooter first. How important is the class mod? Not very. If you want a budget class mod that's not a purple, farm a trooper with as many points into Meltdown as you can. It's actually quite an easy build to farm for this, to get it at least in like a base state. Between Lucian's flank not having a lot of part variance and Wombo, and not needing a hyper-specific class mod, like it puts itself in a really good spot. Playthrough setup. I'm not as fan for it as playthrough because it doesn't quite have the uptime until a bit higher level. I suppose you could do a classic 5-point in red. I'm like one bow and a flank and you're pretty much set? Yeah, basically. Cal for the moment. Yeah, don't do them unless you're in some View Falls. The Acquire ones, yeah, don't do those. Unless you're in some View Falls. Like, I've had them where, like, it has you cross half of the fucking region. I ain't doing that. Oh, this is going to be juicy. Glug, 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 glug. Yo, my loot! This is a legendary enhancement! Hey, Swan Song! It's bad. I'm disappointed. I need to make myself feel better. I don't think we need a Tiny Tina DLC in Borderlands 4 when we literally have the Wonderlands franchise to use. I think Bale 4 could do something different. As for an actual DLC theme, ooh, I don't know. What could be what could go hard? Torg. They've forgotten how to write Torg. Like, Torg isn't funny anymore. Hey, Rock, how you doing? Continue the story. Continuing the story would be excellent, but I don't think they'll do that because they love their level 13 starts. Would Phlegm be good? Phlebotomist typically is not used with neutron capture because neutron capture is all about spamming as many bullets as you can. But Phlebotomist has got a 0.5 second internal cooldown, if I recollect. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure Phlebotomist has got an internal cooldown. So a lot of your hits are being just eaten. So you're better off just going as a trooper. I was right trooper to stay down. It's good. It's fine. It's all about grouping, but it does mean that it's actually like not bad for true mode either, because true mode, you get more enemies, but that just means you're hitting more targets with neutron capture. So it just kind of balances out. What am I at now? 13? 13! 3 left. That's right, internal bigger problem is Phlegm works only while action skill is active. Oh, I mean, that's a killer, is that. I forgot about that requirement. Yeah, Phlebotomist only works while action skill is active, which is precisely when you're not doing much damage. That is a valid issue. What about that one? What am I thinking that's got a 0.5 second eternal cooldown then?
I think a little chaos is in order.
Why are we I've not done anything! Kaboom. Refraction? Ah, yeah, it's probably Refraction that's got the internal cooldown. My mistake on that one, then. How dare I get a detail incorrect? This gun doesn't confirm reality as well. Well, that's rude. Had an armored blobgill and a deal with it. Big lad. Now he's biting me. I'm going to get the melee of right to reach Child of Terror. I don't think so. Me and Gar would have tried. The rounder commonly good for cash. It's not one of his more commonly used ones. Hey, so the enemy goes all the way down there. Like, where are you going, bud? Why am I using crit knife? Do I have infinite crits from Green Tree? This is a red tree build. I do not have Nuclear Winter. I do have very strong crit chance, but I don't think it's 100%, so it's just there to cap it off. Chaos Dream, only real with Airburst. Airburst and Neutron Capture. The damage of this gun is bad.
This calls for disorderly conduct. Everyone
But Neutron Capture give a similar effect? Nope. It does not. Don't ask why. Nobody knows! The reason is this game is not consistent. But yeah, Neutron Capture does not do the Nuclear Winter thing.
don't love killing, but I do love living.
That's an awkward one.
I think a little chaos.
Who lived?
Program can sing, and you don't even know it.
Which demon?
Everyone reaches death.
Do I have Torg on it? I do. McMahon, thank you for the 32 months. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. You're doing well. Ripper Jacobs, only 6.6 though. Fire rate. That's bad. Leaper Bounce Pass. Ooh. Hey, Patrick. Doing well, doing alright, thank you. Was that Wombo? That was Wombo. Dropping.
Oh, what a mighty Vault Hunter! Come here, too.
Yeah, Raptor, it's like, how do you compete with infinite cooldown, infinite amp, ricochets, lifesteal, infinite crits, tons of on-hit, on-shot gun damage, infinite ammo, and strong bonus elements, all in one corner of one skill tree? Like, how do you compete with that? It's just like everything a build could ever need. You do, oh, let's do this niche build to get this. Well, Green Tree already just has it, so like... How do you open the force field? Throughout the takedown, there's a bunch of security cameras. There's like 17, I think. Destroy all of them, you get access to it. There was a camera, though.
Tired of murder bots. You could have been programmed to sing, and you don't even know it. Losing the cannon! Here's to the nth dimension!
There's another camera there.
I think a little chaos.
You need to everyone. If you want the chest, everyone, yeah, it's probably not really worth it, though.
Hate this! Can't dodge that!
And yeah, you do get a feel for where they are, because they're quite, like, it's like 2 a room. With a few exceptions. It's like, you get a feel for where they are. The greed of green is so gluttonous. Still wishing them to bring back Snowdrift. Replacing the artifact slot with the enhancement slot is like just the biggest. What are we doing?
This calls for disorderly conduct! That's one big crap pile!
Could have had 2 firmware sets. I like that we have to choose. I prefer 5 over 6 for that. Really need to do better watch graph.
Oh, he's cute.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hello. What mayhem am I on? 16? 16. I want to say 16.
Sick of these beat boot bitches. All hell. Leave my food. Is any fight with me really fair?
Goodbye.
Maybe this will give you superpowers. Kill 'em with firepower. Is any fight with me really fair? Cold front coming. Let's tear 'em up, baby.
I wanted to go for a ground breaker there, but
Have a shot.
I was about to die and I didn't want to get greedy. I wombo for bosses over Aegons. It's just better in every way. It's just far more damage. I'm using Aegons for mobbing because it has Torg Airburst, which makes it easy to use, and it's got Jacob's Ricochet. Wombo is fathoms higher damage because of the rockets, but it doesn't ricochet around. Aegon's is like Budget Bury, because it's technically easier to farm. And then Lucian's Flank is budget Aegon's. I might save edit a Buri just to show it off, because it's basically what Aegon's is doing for me, but better. Most rounds. Yeah, no, the rockets have a damage mult attached to them, and that applies to neutron capture. Do hardest easy rank of all the Vault action skills to beat Mayhem 20, similar to Thor Subjugated. I didn't rank them in that video, but nah, I think there's a lot of like. I don't think that's a very clear-cut thing to answer in terms of easiest to hardest. In terms of just doing it, well, I haven't even done it yet on every action skill. Like, when it comes to cards and, like, Crucible and whatnot, some just kind of can't do it. It's just too tough. Like, some action skills are just not built for hitting 500 enemies. You know, when they attack enemies one at a time, doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, just not suited for the takedown. That was rude. No! What's max size on a wombo, no buffs? I don't actually know. I don't know if it breaks 100 or not. This is a... Wait. This is before lift. What? Why did they put a respawn station before lift?
My brain cells didn't make the trip.
That's the most... That's the worst respawn in the entire fucking takedown. What were they thinking? How'd you even bring this thing back down? They weren't thinking. AT1 is very good. This one is also AT1. I don't mind the 3 mini-bosses one as much.
This'll feel funny. Time for a science lesson.
Whole load of shit. That one's not bad.
Good call on the restock.
Mayhem 19. Let's get a booty. Just gonna bury yourself, gonna start the climb, hell yeah. Is it a good bury? Same farm, same place as me, the main menu. Oh, hell yeah. It's my favorite farming location. It's just great how you can just manifest things into existence. Overall feel for the Vault Hunter, what's the tier list? There kind of isn't one because all characters can just click their fingers and delete the game. So if we go off of, like, takedown clearing, it's Cash, Harlowe, Amon, Rafa, Vex. Any news? No news. They are radio silent on killing an interesting item. Where's my berry? Berry.
You're good hungry and well done.
Well, one's one for techno, even if it's not better. Yeah. My enhancement's not optimal for this, so I might spend too much time reloading. We'll see. Only 63 mag's not very good. But it doesn't matter, because it's a berry! Ow. This thing is disgusting. I love it. That was gross. That was vile. What the fuck?
This calls for totally shotgun.
That's a bad.
Predictable as all hell. I think a little chaos is in order. Battle doesn't get much denser than that.
Quick peek at the build. I mean, I can do both, but yeah. Red Tree is basically solved. You can put a point in Dirty Bomb if you wish. So, of course, fire rate, action skill damage, rad damage, double dip, and then a little bit more soup, just to get us into glow up for critical hit chance, max out chain reactor, and then fill out poison sun for a little bit more soup, and then demon core. The fuck is this gun? You can barely control it. You need to put some gun handling, some SMG handling. And then Green Tree is, well, Green Tree. Momentum into Decay to Resonance. Affirmative Reality, and then down to Meltdown. Let's build a MOBA. If it is not by me, somebody will. It's generic Chrono. It's just optimized Chrono. It's like the biggest thing I'm missing is implementation of Bullets to Spare, the firmware, and Big Mags. That kind of requires having very mag size oriented enhancements. Class mod is, so ideally radiologist is best. However, for a more budget version, because you can't farm a radiologist, go with a trooper, because that can also roll. Yeah. WRW has his. Can I post the link? I don't think you can on YouTube. YouTube, I let you. You're good from me, but I don't think. I think YouTube eats the link. You can give it a go. You won't get banned, but I'm pretty sure it just eats the link. But spared skillcraft. That's a question on WRW of which one you replace. You probably get rid of High Cal 3, to be honest. You probably get rid of this. Since the double hit isn't the most consistent thing in the world, as nice as it is. What is that weapon actually? This is a Buri. Abhorrent to farm. That's why today I've been using Lucian's Flank, which is very easy to farm. Aegon's Dream, which is not great to farm. And then Buri, which is horrible to farm. Yeah, so I've been using different options. And Wombo is, well, that's free. Getting a good Wombo is easy. Yeah, Physicist is similar. It's slightly worse than Radiologist, but like Physicist, Radiologist, Trooper, all good. And there's a link to the build. I'll now post it in the YouTube chat. There you go. Stickies instead of impacts. That's rough. What a terrible Watchcraft. No! Fuck. Why does my rep get slow to heal me? Dio, actually try it. If you still have it, try it. Because neutron capture might make it so it doesn't matter that it's sticky. I don't really know the formula for it, so I don't know if that'll be good or not, but... Like, it might not actually matter so much for the purpose of neutron capture. Do I have node runs? You could try looking at Retor's runs. Pretty sure he posted one. I did loading, and insane is the perfect way to describe it. Whoever thought it up is clearly insane. Because I didn't think too hard about making it perfect, Sandy. Besides, damage scope is nice for just like killing things when I don't have neutron capture up, so it's not like it's a bad thing. Like, I don't have bullets to spare set up, so like the mag size isn't as important. Anyway. It's really nice, like, but... Retro builds that don't use neutron capture, none that will be competitive in bossing or takedown. Unfortunately. Group study get pushed out. Absolutely not. Still the best action skill in the game. What is the best mobbing setup for Chroma Harlowe? Big Mag Breweries with Torg Impact and Jacob's Ricochet and Spinny Barrel. If one cannot obtain such a ridiculous item, you can farm Lucian's Flank instead. This is your budget option. This is your god roll. How's mine 40? This isn't even the highest. Body and barrel, it's one of the top settings, you can make it 40. And then there's another one that the scope also has a max size part. Cold storage was capped. Why was cold storage capped? Why did they do that? Oh, Mayhem 19. No.
This calls for disorderly conduct. More bullets than anyone can handle. I told you it was unstable.
Me, mission capture is just too slow. The humble brewery. Would I change the hazard system in any way? I mean, we can attempt to add to it, like, I don't know, letting it get bonuses. Hazards don't do anything. They don't get damage. If they let it get damage, then maybe we can then, like, see what it's supposed to do. But until such a point... Ooh! I am a simple man. I see Torg Jacobs. I missed when you could shoot water with an element and it did stuff. I don't. Fuck Mayhem Water. The Bale 3 gun from DLC 1, Ember's Purge. Used up all the hazard damage budget. God, Ember's Purge. Ember's Blaze? Ember's Blaze was the shield. Ember's Purge. Ah, that was a good gun. That was so good. Can you imagine Mayhem Water in this game? I don't... You know that room that's like before the mid-boss? When you go in and it's just water in front of you? Ugh. Are you gonna deal with M20 rad barrels just insta-killing you? Or a crit mod though. I don't care. Trash. Woo! My second Harlowe climb done. So it leaves me at what? 1 Amon, 2 Harlows, 2 Cash, 3 Vex, and 4 Rafa. Characters I've taken to 20. Heavy Ordnance Amon, yeah. Right. See, oh, what's in here? Low damage Dropner. Hey, we got a Buzzy Buzz. It looks like a brewery in the picture. That's funny. Ord Aemon Heimdall for mobbing, Dropner for bosses. Yeah. Don't forget news next week. Hopefully. Right, I have 7 boxes to open. Complex Root. Ashes Rise. Symmetry. Light Gun. Hadagav's Revenge. I'm getting all the Malawan ones. Another Root. This time Jacobs. That's not very good. And a Stopgap. That's a mess selection. I need to make myself feel better. Games to finally tear down? Yeah.
Finding me now.
The 107 is good enough for flank. Oh, easy. Easy. Pulmonary rolling stress reliever. What a good gun. I need to use it properly in some endgame. I also do some funny stuff with Strange Attractor. Good main 20 now. I've just been playing this build for the last 2.5 hours. I don't need to do a run that's 10% more difficult than the last run. I've gotten a truck from those reward boxes. Yes. But not often. Seems rare. I have a drop near on here yet. I even want active fire. How good is the new ordnance without active fire? It's still the highest card DPS gun in the game, and it's not even close. So it's still batshit insane. It's just with active fire, it's batshit insane. Now, with Heimdall passive hitting, I'm actually going to play with Trooper first.
What the? Oh, God damn it. The auto-distress signal. This is Dr. Audrey Thorne, and... Look.
The classic Harlowe. 59 points of green. It's a silly character. It's green. Disgusts me. I could spend more. I could get 4 in refraction. Gamma ray burst would be good for this, as would absolute zero. Although I think absolute zero would struggle without a generator. So at that point, it would have to go start green blue tree.
I don't know who you are, but leave now.
What's my specializations? Cool. Frag payload full spectrum. That's what we want to see. Moving towards Grandbreaker.
Nuh-uh, not until I find out what happened here.
One tree to rule them all. Yeah, 21 in blue is just too much. Considering I can get a similar thing just by using a generator class mod, which is already one of Harlowe's best damage class mods in the game, so... Like, a generator plus absolute zero works, it still freezes enemies. So I don't like the 21 split. At level 70, I'd consider it more, though.
Whether you're here to loot the station or rescue survivors, you're too late.
This is Horde. This is, in fact,
And I've
Horde.
no intention of leaving. Go. Now. Maybe these will make you turn back? Do you like weird freaks like that? Because you're going to see much more of that if you keep going.
And you don't even know it.
That room is flooded. Oh well. Guess you'll have to turn around and go home.
This is disgusting.
As much as I despise the synths, I hope these amphibious units will dissuade you from continuing.
What a character. So we pin this on the character and absolutely, sure, valid. However, this is as much as the character as is the gun. Heimdall in this content is grotesque. The fact that this just hits everything and can hit through walls. It's the shooting through walls part that gets me. Homing, we've got a lot of that, like Stray and whatnot. Like, homing, that's not new, as disgusting as it is. But the hitting through walls part... Like, why was that necessary?
Good thing threshers aren't cute when they're young, or does it feel bad? There's that cutie again.
They really power crept the Stray? They really did power creep the Stray.
No, not accidentally.
No, miss. I'm not leaving until I find out what happened. Something tells me those cages aren't...
These enemies aren't tanky enough for me to get critical funding off of. I don't even have to aim. What fun design. Yeah, I mean, it's not like with a Stray, you had to at least make sure there was a line of path for your projectiles to hit the target. Not with this gun.
Did them a favor.
You certainly don't give up.
Doesn't even look as pretty as the Hive. Yeah. I don't like Heimdall.
I'm gonna have to kill you, aren't I, buddy?
We have had a mutual...
Just doesn't have the source.
He intended this station
Like, if we're gonna recreate the Hive...
functionally, animal torture. This tends to wear away at one's enthusiasm.
And you decided to give the creatures a chance. Heimdall going through walls makes sense because enemies can get stuck behind wall. Okay, hear me out. Instead of
fixing your game by giving you a DLC item that bypasses walls, you stop enemies getting stuck behind walls.
What the?
The skeleton of Terramorphous. The Timekeeper had it transported here from Pandora. A very short man in a red shirt sold it to us for considerably less than it was worth. Said he didn't care because money wasn't useful for anything on Pandora.
Is any fight with me really fair?
No, no, it's not Harlowe.
That would defeat the entire point. I am tired, and I am angry. The vault won't let me do it to myself, so the child will do it for me.
Well, I would, but you're in danger. So, coming to get you. I don't understand. What?
You do not deserve to suffer my punishment. This is your last chance to leave. The child is in the core and is impossible to kill.
Respectfully, I've played BL since BL1. Enemies have always gone... Nah, there's no defense for this, I'm sorry.
Good luck, I suppose.
I think a little chaos.
The cheat code gun is okay because game is broken is... Nah. I disagree.
Boy, time to meet the cutie.
Real Abby. Domino goes crazy. Yeah, I'm hoping to get one pretty quick. And then again, we do love ourselves a flat cannon. Nowhere near as good as Drop No Like, but
Impossible to kill after all, huh?
I did not expect that. I'm not often wrong.
That's what the scientific method's for, right? Test the hypothesis, get it wrong, test again.
is that shite better than Drop No Heimdall? No. I'll probably be better than Heimdall for bossing, at least on Harlowe, but not better than Drop
Where
No.
are you gonna go now?
It is a great general use though, because it's good in both mobbing and bossing, and it's actually fun to
Studies
use,
have shown that the quickest way to improve your mood is to do general.
like in terms of aiming at enemies with it.
You keep talking to me. You know I'm a hologram, right?
Oh yeah, swag. Thol does it too. You have to wait. It's like, come on, hurry up. You got a flat cannon. Just get through it. 31-second button switch. That's illegal. No, that's illegal. Hitting the button at 31 seconds, I don't like that. That's disgusting. Is still your favorite class mod? It's just so free. It's great. It's just comfy. What the fuck? I'm at 1 minute 10! I know it's Mayhem 1, but like... the rate at which this thing hits enemies is so gross. Hey, Hobby Dub, how you doing? Thank you for the raid, much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. It's killing the enemies before I can hit them for ammo. Okay, new to the channel's Harlowe main. I play all the characters a lot, but Vex is typically my main. I like to be quite generalist and just like know as much about all the characters as I can. How's it going? It's going alright, thank you. We did Chroma Accelerator to 20, and now I'm just making a start on Heavy Ordnance. To put into perspective, by the way, this run is like a tad slower than Cash True Mayhem 20.
I think a little chaos.
Let's not resist. This is Katagawa's Revenge. It's great for procs.
Hope you brought your Geiger counter. Bundle up for a cold snap.
So that was 6 minutes and 51 seconds for that whole takedown. That is slower than True Mayhem 20 Cash. That's how broken that character is. The fact that that was slower. How Cash is easy mode? Well, it depends how you build him. There's lots of ways to make Cash. Especially since that particular run that I'm referencing uses a class mod from the takedown itself, so you probably don't have a good one of those yet. Gloam, trainer. Gloam's very good, but fun nades to spam with Trooper. Firepot, Countermeasure, Waterfall, Blockbuster. They're the ones that jump to mind. Would one slap trainer Gloam build make a different type of build? You could try it, but you'd probably want to make a different type of build because, like, Gloam won't get the skill damage conversion. I don't think it gets amp either, so yeah. I'd make a different build. It'd be similar, but like a respec would do it. Use the rest of the similar kit. You can't find a Daedalus, Jacob's Ripper, Elemental Stray to save your life. Yeah, it's because that's a horrible farm. Like, that will just take you forever. Like, that's a horrible, horrible farm. I have a Vex build, but not amazing considering a Harlowe. Would this build be best right now? Heavy Ordnance Harlowe is peak Harlowe at the minute. The main optimization is you'd replace Trooper with, like, Generator or Phlebotomist. Otherwise, it's, yeah, exactly what I'm doing, pretty much. Some minor optimizations regarding firmwares, I think. Like, we'd use a Dropnir with Active Fire 3 for bossing. And then, yeah, it's basically just, like, Amp Heimdall for mobbing. That is peak for the takedown. Heimdall's very strong in the takedown because of the homing and the going through walls thing.
Oh, I hate you.
And we're doing most reasons why Prismatic Ica isn't good. Thought it'd be a clean double dip with Bleed. It's not a double dip with bleed, but it does go alongside bleed at similar levels of power. If you are doing like one big hit, Prismatic Ichor is nice for that. Yeah, Prismatic Ichor is nice for that. It's the internal cooldown that means that it can like be somewhat limited. But if your damage is in one instance, then Prismatic Ichor is okay. The run rat did use Gloam Ringrider. Oh, did it? So they're really on par then. You can run Trainer or Gloam. I mean, once you've gotten the Heimdall to the point of what it's like one-shotting everything, it doesn't really matter how you're doing it. I would still favor Trainer because it's easier to maintain versus Gloam. Gloam can be a bit of a pain, making sure it's active. What makes Trainer good? The bonus is amp damage, it does skill damage conversion, it comes with the Wild Undealer's Breath. So I would still favor Trainer, but yeah, you can make that work on a Gloam build. And it's still bonkers broken. One of the main things holding Ichor back is, as I say, the bonus, the internal cooldown. Also just competition. Like, going Ichor means you're not going Deadwire. I mean, Deadwire. Or Reverberation's Harrispex. So, like... I don't have one, Randall. I've not played around a Trainer personally yet. Retour might have one. But even if you want to stay using Gloam, you can farm a Heimdall, which is better than Stray, and infinitely easier to farm. And then just use, like, a Convergence or something for the in-between bits. But, like, Cash will sustain an Elemental Heimdall very easily. Okay. Haven't got any more unique heads for Vault Hunters. I agree. I want special heads. I'm not a fan of, like, the whole, hey, here's a bunch of head skins that just stick on everybody and don't look like they fit to the body type at all. Like, give me some hairstyles. Hoping at least the story DLC would give us unique heads, even that was just masks yet. It's definitely disappointing. Best rolls to trainer. If you are going to go the trainer route, +5 to the wilds, and then at least a point in Dealer's Bluff. As I say, you don't have to pivot to trainer if you don't want to farm the stray. You can use a Heimdall. Trainer uses Heimdall. You can do Heimdall either. Like, Heimdall is just easier to farm stray. Any Dropners? Not yet. Spread launcher. Damn it, I needed you on my other character. Airburst explodes Deception with High Cal. I had a bit, so thanks again also for updating my sniper off build. Caught up with my M21 with your on-call found a dance calm with action skill duration. Perfect. You know, it's great when you got people who you know who play the game as well. And they know what you're looking for exactly. Like, that's so good. Yeah, sniper off is so much fun.
Well, eat up, eat up.
So Katagawa's only got a neutron capture. Katagawa's is not good for neutron capture. It's okay for glow. It's really good for proccing skills. Like, these hit a lot, so it's good for proccing skills. Like confirmative reality, trooper, that kind of thing. They changed how neutron captures work. Katagawa's Revenge is not good for it anymore. But it's just a great utility gun. Alright, so that was the Mayhem, what run? 4, so now it's to 7. Cool. Well, I'm getting a bit tired, so with that, I'm gonna call it there. Neutron Capture Harlowe. Nice and cozy run to Mayhem 20. Heavy Ordnance Harlowe. Even cozier run to Mayhem 20. To Mayhem 20. Most of the way there, only about another hour left and I'll get it. But that shall be for another time. Speaking of another time, I will be next live, we'll say Wednesday. 2 days, working, sad. And then Wednesday will be probably back to 1 life of Vex and trying not to die. I just want a spread launcher to farm a crow source, and then I'll use that crow source to do the endgame content it needs to get caught back up, basically. Yeah, so hopefully that goes to plan. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay awesome. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Disgusting things.